Yeah, we got that little bit in the living room done last week and got the piano moved. We got the sunroom completely cleaned out and got all the new half-inch subfloor leveled and down in the sunroom. And we're ready to lay the first piece of hardwood flooring from the living area into the sunroom.
Yay.
And I know that doesn't seem like such a big deal, probably to most people. I mean, everybody has floors, but this has been years in the making. We've done beams underneath. We've replaced rotten subfloor in the sunroom. We had flooring issues. We had wall issues. We had to level it all up to meet the living room. They were at two different levels. And so to get everything on one even plane and get the subfloor down, everything sanded and vacuumed and ready to lay that first full row of the hardwood flooring all the way through into the sunroom, to us is a monumentous, super duper deal. And so we're gonna make a celebration of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me flip you around real quick. But yeah, all one level through here. So the first piece right here is gonna go in, and we'll get rolling. Okay, ceremonial first piece of hardwood into the sunroom, over the threshold. Getting it nice and secured to the floor. Unfortunately, this last piece of hardwood does not run super parallel to this door frame. So I can't just simply rip the right length, say on the table saw, for this last piece. I have to cut it as a taper. So The easiest way to do that is just going to be measure here, scribe a line, and then cut that on the skill saw. I will be able to lock the groove here to this tongue, so that'll hold that in place, but I don't really have a way to nail this without putting a bunch of holes to the face of it and nailing it. So I'm adding some glue to glue it down to the subfloor, and then I'll put some weights on that to hold it down tight while the glue is setting. Put a couple nails over here where it's going to be hidden by the door jamb. Space where so you can work it in.
Yeah. Right.
Pretty tight.
Right.
This will be covered by baseboard.
Yep.
So we got the sunroom flooring done to the 8-foot slider door. Now we need to start from this door jamb and finish this section of the room. But to do that, our tongue is going that way because that's the way we started the run. So now we're looking here at a groove instead of a tongue. I put these protector strips, just some scraps, along the edge so that while we were moving stuff around and working, we weren't damaging the edge of our actual board. So I just screwed down these little protector strips right next to it. So since we started running the hardwoods that way, the tongue was sticking out that direction so we could staple down through the tongue. But now that we got to this threshold, I have to spin this around so that I can continue to staple through the tongue as I go that way to finish this room. The problem is with that is I'm putting a groove to a groove instead of a groove to a tongue. So what I've done is I've taken some 1/8 inch plywood that I had left over from all that shimming I had to do under the subfloor, and I just cut some 1/4 inch strips of that in the table saw that I'll be able to tuck up in there like that to make a tongue. Called a reverse strip, I think. And now I'll be able to, I'll go ahead and take the stapler through here and staple through this shim and through the bottom of the groove of this particular board so it staples it into the subfloor. I'll go down the whole run like that, 12 feet of the room. In other words, I'm making a tongue out of a groove, and now my tongue is facing this direction again, so that we can get the stapler in here and just keep going row by row until we get to that other wall. Well, we've been working hard on these floors this week. Jody and I both came down with a cold, so we've been kind of working at half speed, but big day because the sunroom is getting the flooring finished today. In fact, I'm basically done. I got one piece left to put in. Let me show you what we're working on. So here it is, the last piece in this sunroom. And this last row we did have to cut everything, rip everything down and cut them kind of at a taper because this wall's not square to the way the flooring is running. But that's okay, it just takes a little extra time.
So pretty big progress on the hardwood flooring project. We got all the way out to here. We got into the sunroom. Yeah, so we've got these areas over here to do next. Spot here and down this hallway. And we'll be doing the kitchen, but not until we're done with the ceiling and getting some kitchen stuff done so that we don't mess them up. And be working on the fireplace and the hearth. Anyway, pretty exciting.